Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give us a call if you guys are looking to improve your credit score, lower your car payment, buy a car, trade in a car. If you're looking to purchase your first home, if you're looking to purchase a rental property, we can help you. Give us a call today, 877-205-7771. Talk to you guys soon, and thanks again. Hello everyone, this is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit Consultation. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today we're going to talk about a very popular topic, especially now. We get phone calls on this daily, okay? And again, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I think this one of the most over-exaggerated things on that could be on your credit report, because the most over-exaggerated item on your credit report is also worth the least amount of impact to your credit report, and that is increase. Okay, so or our increase, whatever, for the grammar Nazis. I'm sure you guys are going to get on me about that. So but how many increase should you have, or can you have? What is the big deal? Okay, so let's first break it down. Of course, by now you probably know what a soft inquiry is, or a soft pull. A soft inquiry or soft pull, they're the same thing. That is when, essentially, that is what the stuff you get in the mail. They've ran your credit, it doesn't affect your credit, and they say, hey, based on what your credit score was when we checked it, you should be able to get these terms on paper. So that's why it's called a pre-approval. It's pre-approval because they don't know if you've gotten anything that would have changed your credit along the way. All right. Then you have a hard inquiry. A hard inquiry is when you give someone your social, usually whether it's online or in person, you sign your name, whatever the case may be, and then they run your credit. All right. That's going to be a hard pull or a hard inquiry. This will affect your score. Now, depending on what algorithm you're using, there's so many algorithms out there. You got, of course, Credit Karma uses Vantage Score. All right, so a lot of times Vantage Score will drop about 3 to 4 points. I've even seen it where increase drop about maybe 6 or 7 points. It's extremely rare. But again, so a lot of times, see, what you have to realize is that technically, your credit score changes every single day. So when it updates, a lot of times you'll see other updates along with that update. So for example, I've seen some people say, well, I got an inquiry but my score didn't drop, and that's because something positive posted at the same time that the inquiry posted, okay? Or the other way around. Some people say, well, man, I applied and my score went down like 15 points. Well, something else that was also a factor into that updated at the same time that the inquiry posted. So every single thing matters in your credit report. Just because you apply for something and it pops up, a lot of times that's not the only change that's happened in that day. Okay, so you have to just keep those things in mind. How many inquiries should you have? No more than 7. Inquiries are calculated within a 2-year time frame. Okay, so after 2 years, they will fall off. Here's the deal: inquiries are not that big of a deal. Here's why. Number one, because it's not worth much. It's usually worth about 3 to 5 points at max most of the time, right? But again, if you've seen your score drop more than that, there were other factors that were in place sometimes. And then if not, then you probably have too many of them within the last 2 years, and that does play a role. I'm not saying that your score is going to drop like 10 to 15 points because you have 10 to 20 other inquiries on there, but if they're like recent and you're constantly just doing stuff just for no reason, a lot of times you should just not stop applying for stuff. You gotta stop applying for stuff, guys. I mean, that's what I see. Again, there's nothing wrong with it, but you cannot be reckless. If one person says no, right? Do not try to go into that same type of industry bracket, right? Like, we know the big banks. You know who the big banks are. So if Big Bank A denies you, chances are Big Bank B is going to deny you. So if you try to finesse the application, they're not stupid. So you got to look at how they look at it. Some things just do not make sense. I was working with a client, and she says, I don't know. She says, yeah, I don't know why I got denied for this credit card. I put that I made $250,000. Well, number one, you're 26 years old, so a lot of people that's in your age bracket, working at where you're working at for that time frame, chances are you're not making that amount of money. You got to think like the bank thinks. And and again, I'm not telling you to lie on your application. I'm just saying, like, you got to look at the logic. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but again, that's just basic things. All right, but 5 to 7 inquiries within a 2-year time frame. Every inquiry, of course, is going to fall off, or should fall off, after a 2-year time frame. Okay, now, for those who don't know, we do not specialize in removing inquiries. I've seen people post about it. You guys can, hey, best of luck to you. I hope it all works out, whatever the case may be. So, but again, we try our best not to promise any of that because we know that process is most definitely a process. Again, and then some people, they want to try to get an inquiry removed from something you got approved from. That makes no sense at all. You applied for Bank A, let's say in March, and you got the account open, let's say March, April, and then May you want to try to dispute it and say that it wasn't you. That's not a good look. It's going to make your credit report look horrible, because not horrible, but it's going to make it like, okay, can we trust this person from here on out? You know, fraud, identity theft. A lot of factors just kind of go into place. But that's how many you need to have, 5 to 7, no more than that if you can. If you got more, don't worry, they're going to fall off. Do not be afraid to apply for things, but it's all about timing and making sure that things make sense. Banks, they expect that someone's going to have to take a look at your credit. It makes sense. The whole point of having credit, somebody's got to take a look at it eventually, right? But you just can't be reckless. If you got denied, just wait a minute, wait a few months, 2 to 3 months, try again. You know, again, but make sure that things look a different way. You can't be late on stuff, have stuff maxed out, apply for something, get denied, wonder why, then do the same thing 2, 3 months later and apply for the same bank again. Again, your mail will tell you who's interested in doing business with you, okay? And again, stop over exaggerating this stuff. A few inquiries, it's not gonna hurt anything. Banks know the only way to get an inquiry is if you try to do business with them. So again, they have to check the credit. It makes sense. But do not stress yourself out about this, guys. I promise you it's not worth stressing out about, okay? So either way, if you like this video, like it. You wanna share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe as we got a lot more great content on the way. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. You have a good one.